here. Welcome our YouTube family. My name is AD Roberts, and we are about to kick today off. My name is AD Roberts, and yes, I am your success coach. Yeah, and so every day when we come in here, we have. The first goal that we have is to create a sense of connectedness and community. We support and we love on each other. The second goal that we have is to create have a conversation that is designed to be impactful and empowering at a meaningful level. Today is not unlike any other day. So welcome in. We're gonna get this party started. And I'm excited to have y'all up in here. Welcome in. If y'all are ready to get this thing going, put ready in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. If you are ready, we've already hit, excellent. Thank you, Rosie. We've already hit 10K. So now is a great time to go ahead and share this live out. If you would share this live out, share it, repost it, send it out there to your friends because they want to be up in here today. They don't want to miss this conversation because it is designed just for you so that you can be the best version of yourself. So here we go. So we started out yesterday. Let me turn this down, way down. We started out yesterday. Our topic is hang in there. Hang in there. Because many of us, we're human. We're human and we're having this experience. And sometimes this experience can be very, very frustrating. Especially when we have a vision for ourselves, we have a vision for our lives, and it's just not doing what we wanted to do at the end of the day. And so the journey to the life that you desire. And we're just going to do a little brief recap. And as we do the brief recap, that'll put us in place where we launch off for today. All right, y'all? Good. Thank y'all so much for sharing out the live. Thank you for inviting your friends, your family, folks in, for bringing your folks up in here because now's the time to change some lives like we always do. So the journey to life you desire is rarely linear. It's not. It's rarely polite, and it's almost never convenient. It's just not. We have a picture of what life should look like, what it should feel like, what it should taste like. And I would always, when people ask me what I did for a living, and I would say, especially a long time ago, because I'm old. But when I would say that I was a success coach, they were like, well, what is that? Because I was coaching far long before coaching was a thing. Did I see Trinity come up in here? Welcome in, Trinity. And so when I would answer them and say, this is what I do. Hey, Licia, good to see you in here. Good to see you, Trinity. I would say, you know how you have a vision of what your life should look like when you go to bed at night. You have this dream of the house you should have, the relationship you should be in, the businesses that you should have, the wealth, the abundance, the prosperity, all of that stuff. And you have that vision in your mind as you go to bed at night. And then when you wake up in the morning, your eyes open and your feet hit the floor, the vision that you have, the vision, what you see out here is totally different than the vision that you have in here and in here. And sometimes, anybody know what I'm talking about? That there's a, hey, sunshine, good to see you in here, superstar. Anybody know what I'm talking about? If you know what I'm talking about, put me in the top. Put me in the chat. If it's you, put me in there. And so you have this vision of your life. And when your feet hit the ground in the morning, your eyes open and you look around, the life that you're living right now in this moment looks absolutely nothing like the vision that you have had for yourself. And so sometimes that distance between where you are now and where it is that you wish to be, sometimes that can cause stress. It can cause anxiety. So again, the journey to the life that you desire is rarely linear, rarely polite, and it is almost never convenient. Yet it is profoundly purposeful. Because this is the thing. Our topic is hang in there. The journey may not be easy, but it will be worth it. The journey may not be easy, but it will be worth it. There's a declaration that you need to have, you have to yourself. That yes, the journey may be difficult. Yes, I may be confused at certain points. Yes, I may be running to resistance and obstacles, but I'm going to help you reframe that today because there are moments when we feel like the universe is playing a prank on us, rerouting us, and shifting our focus. But the real work is not avoiding the twists and turns of the journey. That's not. Because many of us, we want to avoid those twists and turns and the ups and downs and the frustration that comes along with it. But the real work is not avoiding the twists and turns, but learning how not to lose yourself inside them. And so that's where we are today, is learning. Hey, Willis, good to see you on up in here, man. Welcome in. See, look, Willis is right over where he's supposed to be, over here in YouTube land. It's so good to see you, bro. So good to see you. And so listen, y'all can just chill on trying to get Willis over there. Now, just stay where Willis is gonna stay right where he is over here in YouTube land. All right, here we go. So when you understand the process, Willis will be back. All right, fine wine. Here we go. The real work. When you understand the process, frustration loosens its grip, patience deepens. Frustration loses its grip, patience deepens, and abundance begins responding to you differently. So the subconscious mind, it resists unfamiliar success. Now notice, when you're talking about moving into a life that is fresh, that is new, that is exciting, that is filled with prosperity and abundance, for many people, that is new. Hey, Janae, good to see you. Oh, no, you good, superstar. Glad to have you up in here. We appreciate you. And so the subconscious mind resists the unfamiliar, because what does the subconscious mind love? The subconscious mind loves the familiar. The subconscious mind loves the familiar. And as the subconscious mind loves the familiar, that which is unfamiliar, it seems as dangerous, it's seen as unsafe. And so you wind up in a space where you start sabotaging that which is unfamiliar. And remember, that which is unfamiliar is the thing that you're going after, because it's new, it's different, it's outside of the norm for you. So your subconscious mind is going to wrestle with it. So growth stretches this identity, and identity resists being stretched without explanation. It needs to understand why we're being stressed, why we're being pulled out of this space. Many people misinterpret resistance with failure. Now watch this. This is big. Hey, Jabs, good to see you. No, you good, Jabs. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. So glad to have you with us. So now listen, and if you didn't take this notes yesterday, you need to take these notes today. And this is where you need to take these notes. Here it is. Many people misinterpret resistance, and they do so, they see it as failure. They see it as failure, when it's often the evidence of expansion. So again, as we talked about it yesterday, many of you have worked out. You've had a season where you say, you know what, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get in shape, I'm gonna exercise, and I'm actually gonna get a trainer. And if you've ever had a trainer, you ever worked out with some folks, and if you've ever been in the military, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you reach a plateau, when you reach a level where you have just maxed out that burn, you no longer, where you just doing everything that the trainer says. The trainer says, hold on just one moment. Un momento, por favor. Hold on just a second. Well, since you have done so well with this weight, at this weight limit, doing these reps, let me go ahead and we're gonna what? We're gonna up the weight. We're gonna up what? And so upping the weight is resistance, because it is the resistance that causes you and I to grow. So, but here's the rub. When it comes to us growing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, when it comes to us growing as a person, we struggle with that, because we wind up getting frustrated. We get angry with the process, because now we're moving along, we're doing well, and all of a sudden we hit some resistance. We're doing well now, and that's the thing. We're doing well. We're moving along in the right direction, but all of a sudden then you hit resistance. But the moment that you get resistance, You want to say, nah, here comes the failure. Here comes, here this comes. But no, today's conversation is designed to free you from thinking like that. Because the moment you get resistance, you need to understand that is a sign of the expansion of your capacity. Because many of you are moving in the right direction. Many of you are doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing. And I encourage you not to get confused and misconstrue what that frustration mean or what that resistance mean, because that resistance has nothing to do with failure, but it has everything to do with your being pushed into the new season and being expanded by that resistance, because now you need to increase your capacity to handle the blessing that's about to come into your life. Anybody with that right there? If that sounds like you, put me in the chat. If that sounds like where you are right now, put me in the chat. Say, I'm right there, coach. It's me. It's me. It's me. That's it. All right, Licia. All right, Monique. Yes, come on. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janet. So keep focused, keep focused. Yes, you're running into difficulties. Yes, you're running into challenges, but you've mastered that level. Just like when you play video games, and I watch my son play video games, and he gets to a certain level, then he gets frustrated. Then he gets angry because the game is starting to beat his butt. Well, sir, you have just reached level 49. You started off at level 1, and now you have beaten every level. Now you're at level 49. So guess what? The ease that you had at level 5 versus level 49 is totally different. You see what I'm saying, Blue Diamonds? Come on here, because I understand the blockage, because the blockage is systemic of you holding on to old patterns from a neurological standpoint. I get it. 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 Good to see you in here, Tamara. Come on now, Carly. There it is. Here we go. So again, many people misinterpret resistance as failure when it is often evidence of your expansion. The universe has seen where you are. The universe has seen how successful you can become. But what it's doing now is preparing you for that greater season. It is stretching you. So does everybody see where resistance is stretching you? When you run into resistance, when you run to those things, you can see where resistance is really, really preparing you for the expansion of your capacity to handle the next season. Do you see that? If you can see that, put yes in the chat, because I want to go on. I want to keep moving. If you understand that and that resonates with you, put yes in the chat. Excellent. Thank you, Monique. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Excellent. Good, 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 good. Thank you, Luminaire. And listen, as you guys come in, and if we have any newbies in the building, let us know. Pull on back that arrow. Come on now. Thank you. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Willis. All right, listen. So if we have any newbies in the building, I need y'all to go ahead and let us know that you're a newbie. Blue Diamond is new. Y'all love on Blue Diamond. If we have any newbies in the building right here on YouTube or here on TikTok, let us know. Yes. Okay, here we go. So a person leaving a stable job but unfulfilling suddenly experiences doubt, delays, and unexpected obstacles. You start worrying about, well, am I doing the right decision? Am I making the right decision? And what's happening from a neurological perspective, your subconscious mind and your nervous system is not cool with you stepping outside of the norm that you're accustomed to. If you're accustomed to a very safe, cushy job, if you're accustomed to a particular relationship, even if it is not even cushy, it may be tumultuous, but you are familiar with it. We like to call it the uncomfortable comfort zone. I'm going to say that again. Let that resonate with you. We call it the uncomfortable comfort zone, because the subconscious mind loves what? It loves the familiar. And as it loves the familiar, that which is familiar is comfortable. And if you are familiar with scarcity, if you're familiar with living paycheck to paycheck, if you're familiar with looking in your bank account and not seeing enough zeros, if you're accustomed to that, if you're familiar with that, that's what is comfortable to you. If that makes sense, say, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat, because this is foundational. It is foundational. You have to understand this, because your nervous system is going to let you know when it's not comfortable. So the moment you step outside of that which is familiar, even though the familiar may be uncomfortable, it could be an uncomfortable relationship. It could be a relationship where y'all are not thriving and y'all not vibing together. It could be a relationship that you have with your business partner. Stop. Welcome back. Stop. Welcome back, our YouTube family. Anytime anybody calls in on that line, that's what it does. And even if I have it on Do Not Disturb, it just throws everything off. So, but let's keep moving. Frustration is not caused by delay. And this is big. This is big, y'all. And we talked about this yesterday. And hopefully over here, everything is picked back up. Frustration is not caused by delay. It is caused by misunderstanding the nature of transformation. See, in order for you to get to the place that you are destined to go to, that growth and development, you have to be able to recognize it. So the transformation that you're experiencing, sometimes it causes frustration, but at the end of the day, okay, good, Sabali, glad to see you up in here. It causes that frustration, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that frustration is not caused by that delay. Thank you, Sabali. It is caused by the misunderstanding that of the nature of transformation. When expectations are rigid, this is huge. When expectations are rigid and the journey feels cruel, when expectations are fluid, the journey itself feels intelligent. It feels lighter. It feels airy. In quantum mechanics, it reminds us that observation, it collapses the possibility and the form. That's what it does. It collapses. Every iteration of you exists. The happy you, the sad you, the rich you, the poor you, the sick you, the healed you. Every iteration exists of you. Every version of you exists in the quantum field. And by virtue of your focus, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestations soon follows. And so by virtue of your focus, what we call the observer effect, it literally collapses things in the timeline. So here's this. Meaning, so what that means is how you interpret the journey directly influences what materializes. Because remember, come on, my newbies. Here we go. This is really important. For our newbies, super, super, super important. Here we go. We live in an energetic universe. And because we live in this energetic universe, the universe has a language. And that language is what? It's frequency. It's vibrational. And so you may say, well, listen, where does this vibration come from? Where does this frequency come from? It comes from, in part, it comes from you and it comes from me. And so, but where? It comes from the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. I'm going to say that again. It comes from the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. That creates a resonance, what I like to call the protocols of alignment. And that resonance is projected out into the quantum field, and the quantum field then receives it as it is and reflects it back to us as reality. It reflects it back to us as reality. I'm going to say it again. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. And so, again, in part, that frequency, that vibrational frequency, it comes from us. It comes from us. It comes from the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. Good to see you up in here, Dinah. And because of that, it is projected, that frequency, you and I, every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, we all project a frequency. We all project a signal. And that signal is projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field receives it and is reflected back to us as reality. The universal law of correspondence reminds us and supports this, that as within, so without. So as above, so below. Now, dig this. So if that's the universal law of correspondence, and it's supporting and it's underpinning that, so what does that say? That the world that you're experiencing out here, the world that you and I experience every single day as what we experience as reality, is really a reflection of what's happening on the inside. So therefore, our conversation today about understanding the nature of the journey. So yes, the journey may be difficult. Your process may be challenging, and you may be dealing with a whole lot of stuff. But I promise you, it is because now you have leveled up. And because you've leveled up, the resistance too is leveling up. Also, let me give you another point. We live in a relative universe. We live in a relative universe. And because we live in a relative universe, we wouldn't know hot unless we knew cold. Watch this now. Come here. We live in a relative universe. We wouldn't know pain without pleasure. We wouldn't know happiness without sadness. We always have, and it's also about the universal law of polarity or the universal law of gender. There's a masculine side, there's a feminine side, there's the sun, there's the moon, there's the ebb, there's the flow. There are these opposites. But there's beauty in that contrast. And so because we live in that relative universe, it causes everything that we experience is going to have its opposite. So as you're pulling yourself, thank you, fabulous, as you are moving into a new space in your life, you're going to begin to receive, you're going to experience some very, very big challenges as you're leveling up. Because what does that do? That makes the journey that much sweeter. You say, what, AD? Yes, it makes the journey that much sweeter. And have you ever noticed how so many people that are extremely wealthy by building their own wealth, by building their own company, you ever notice how many of them have the same story? You think about it for a second. Many people have the same story. They lost everything. They went through a season where they had everything, then they lost everything. And then now they've gained it back more so than ever before. That the abundance that once upon a time they may have slept in their car, it's their story. That's their process. It's their journey. And so the same thing that happened to these folks is the same thing that's happening to many of you right now. And so, but this conversation, our talk today, is designed to help you to navigate that, navigate the dark times so that you understand the journey may be tough. The journey may come with its own twists and turns, but it will be worth it. All right, here we go. The subconscious mind is always listening to how you talk about the journey. It's always listening to how you talk about the journey. The subconscious mind does not respond to logic. It responds to repetition, emotion, and imagery. I say that every day. When you say that this is taking too long, watch this now because it's very important. When you say that this is taking too long, the subconscious hears danger, not patience. When you're saying to yourself, man, I'm so tired of this doggone thing, man, I am ready for, can I get to the abundance? We've all had that conversation with ourselves. Or, sometimes we have what we like to have a come to Jesus meeting. We talk, we get frustrated. We say, man, I'm so tired of this doggone thing. I'm so tired of waiting on my abundance to come. I'm so tired of this healing. I'm tired of going to the doctor's office. I'm so tired of this situation. I'm so tired of dealing with the same thing over and over again. I will be glad when this is over. But not realizing that this is a part of your journey. So the way you speak to yourself, your subconscious mind is always listening, right? And especially from an emotional standpoint, it's listening to your emotions. So here, watch this. Because it is listening, because it is always listening, the subconscious mind does not respond to logic. So when you say this is taking too long, the subconscious hears danger, not patience. When you say this thing is unfolding, this is unfolding for me, through me, by me, beautifully, lovingly. When you say that, then the subconscious hears safety and continues moving forward. So the law of process. This is huge. This is huge. This is another moment when if you're going to take some notes, you need to take the notes. The law of process. Why nothing meaningful arrives already formed. Why nothing meaningful arrives fully formed. It's the law of process. See, many of us are spoiled. In nature, nothing skips stages. In nature, nothing skips stages. It starts off as a seed. That seed is planted into the ground. And then once it's planted into the ground, it may be watered, it's nurtured, it's alone in the darkness. Sound familiar? Some of you feel alone. Some of you feel by yourself. Absolutely, you have to, Blue Diamond, you have to watch the language that you speak because your subconscious mind is always listening. And just as the subconscious mind is listening, what did I teach you? Within the subconscious mind resides the thoughts that you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, emotions that you experience. Those are systemic of the programming of your subconscious mind. Watch this. So if a part of your subconscious programming is based upon what you constantly say to yourself, it is running on autopilot. So that program that is running is influencing the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. That creates a resonance. It creates a frequency. That frequency in and of itself is projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field receives it and reflects it back to you as reality. So you doggone right, Blue, you have to be mindful of the words that you speak because the words that you speak are powerful beyond measure. It is what I love to say when Dumbledore said, words are our most inexhaustible source of power, our exhaustible source of magic. No, you can't feel defeated. Yeah, it can have you feeling defeated because the language, you can feel it in your nervous system. You can feel it in your nervous system. Your nervous system is like a barometer. It's going to tell you, say, hey, Blue, this ain't right now. That's why you're feeling uncomfortable. We're out of alignment. So again, words are your most inexhaustible source of magic. Words are your most inexhaustible source of magic. Inexhaustible. So your subconscious mind is always listening. But when it comes to the process, the law of process, nothing skips stages. Yet human beings demand instant results and call it ambition. Many of you want it right now. Y'all have, anybody got children up in here? And they want everything, what? They want everything right now. Yeah. In fact, because we're a part of the microwave generation, we want everything right now. We want everything right now. We want it without process. But everything in nature goes through stages. So you want to skip everything and you want to bypass it. And so, yes, I listen. So Heavenly, I know you understand exactly what I'm talking about. They want everything right now. They see everything. And once they see it, they want it. They got to have it. That whole due process thing, they don't care anything about process. They want it instantaneously. All right. So here we go. The law of least effort does not mean no effort. It means aligned effort. Seeds are not lazy for taking their time. Seeds are not lazy for taking their time. It's just following the natural process. A seed is planted into the ground. It's nurtured. And as that seed is received by the soil, it winds up in the darkness by itself alone. Then on top of being buried in alone, it is rained on. The seed is rained on. Come on now. These are the things that you experience as part of your process. So not only do you feel alone and you feel by yourself, you feel challenged. Then you get rained on. Then it gets real hot. And all of these things continue to show up in your life because it's a part of the process. It's a part of the process. And so nature doesn't skip processes. It doesn't skip any steps. But we get angry and frustrated because we got to go through the same thing that a seed goes through. We get angry and we get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. That's why I'm trying to help you today. Here we go. Seeds are not lazy for taking their time. You're not lazy for taking your time. You may be procrastinating, but you're just responding neurologically. You're responding, your nervous system is responding to going into the unfamiliar, going into new territory where you're calling something powerfully out of yourself. A person building a business may spend months invisible. Come on now. Thank you, Blue. Thank you for those hearts, because I mean it was roses, because I start teaching better when I see those right there. Now watch it now. Here we go. A person building a business may spend months invisible. They want to know where you've been. You've been working on a book. They don't see you. They don't see you out. I hadn't seen you out and about. Where you been? You hadn't been on social media. You hadn't been posting. You've been busy working on your business. You've been working on yourself. You've been developing yourself. You're becoming the better person. And so sometimes in the process, you're doing that and you're doing it by yourself. You're doing alone. And so to the outside world, it feels as if a fine wine must have fell off. Fabulous must have fell off. Willis must have fell off in here. Sunshine must have fell off. Dinah must have fell off. Monique must have fell off in this thing because we haven't heard from her in a while. Well, what's going on? I have you talked to her? Have you seen her? No, I ain't talked to her and seen her. But see, you're in the ground. You've planted yourself. Many of you right now are planting yourself in the ground because you're nurturing the next season of your life. But that's a part of the process. Everybody's not going to understand your process. They're not supposed to, because your process is what? Not their process. Your journey is not their journey. Now, you may have similarities. There may be parts of your journey that look familiar to theirs, but your journey is uniquely designed and crafted for you. Just like when you deal with a true trainer doesn't have a cookie cutter program. A true trainer is going to look at you. They're going to do some assessments. They're going to do some tests. They're going to figure out where you are. And then from that assessment, then they're going to come up with an entire protocol and program specifically for you. That's the same thing that I do in my practice. When I work with my clients as a hypnotherapist, I don't have cookie cutter programs. I have programs that are designed specifically for the individual, based upon where they are and where it is that they're going. So what you're doing right now in this moment, what you're doing is you buried yourself in a season where now you're beginning to work on you. I just said this to my husband. Come on, there it is. Come on, here we go. Spiritual traditions constantly and consistently teach that endurance refines character and character determines what you can hold without collapsing. Watch that. Now, I'm going to say this again now. For eons, for millennia, different spiritual traditions around the world, it doesn't matter what it is, they always talk about, those spiritual traditions always find a place for character. And if you don't understand how circumstances, how these conditions can help to shape your character, and sometimes these situations can show you who you actually are. And so as it reveals to, as these circumstances reveal to you who you really are and what you're made of, you begin to understand what it is that you need to work on. You begin to understand what it is that you are and where you're going based upon the things that you've been challenged by. So here we go. The ego wants straight lines. Now, this is a big one. When the path curves, ego panics. When the path curves, ego panics, but the soul smiles. The ego wants straight lines. That's what it wants. The ego wants straight lines. Ego panics, but the soul smiles. Ego wants straight lines and clear timelines because it craves control. Because it understands, the ego understands that it is temporal, meaning that it's just temporary. The soul has a different vantage point. The soul is eternal. So the soul, we could say, the soul can easily say, yeah, we'll just walk this down, take this real slow. We'll learn this lesson easily and effortlessly. We're not going to worry about that. Everything is going to plan. It's moving according to how things are supposed to be laid out. But the ego is like, we need to hurry up. I need a plan. I need a vision. I need to know where we're going, how we getting there, what we're doing along the way. Because when there's a twist and a turn, I got a problem. Anybody see themselves in that right there? Anytime you don't operate unless you have a clear plan, clear objective, and all of that stuff. But the moment a curve hits, you lose it. Anybody willing to say that's me? Anybody ever been in a moment where you say, oh Lord, look at AD, he talking about me right now. Just upset and like, God doggone it. This is making me mad because I had a plan. Listen, I was supposed to be on this job here for this amount of time. I was going to graduate with my degree by this time. I was supposed to be in a house by that time. I was supposed to have a car by this time. You got the whole journey mapped out. I know Mimi loves to say, she say, you wanna see God laugh? Tell him your plans. It's just put your plan out there. Put your plan out there. And it's just like, okay, I'm gonna just knock all this over just for fun. I think just be knocking stuff. I think she just be knocking stuff over for fun. Oh, you wanna you wanna do that with yourself. Oh, that's nice. Uh-huh. You wanna do that in 2 years? All right then. I got you. Mapped out and didn't happen. Mad as all get out. Just upset. I understand. It's natural to be upset. It's natural to be upset because most of our lives is we live it through the ego. We live it through the conscious mind. See, the conscious mind and the ego are married. They are wed together. The subconscious mind and the soul are wed together. So the subconscious mind doesn't have all that stuff. It doesn't have the incessant desire to have everything planned out. But the ego does. And the moment life takes a twist and a turn, you mad and you upset. And so you have to recognize what's going on. But see, here's the thing. The soul understands that detours as redirection, not punishment. And sometimes sometimes those twists and turns can save your life. Sometimes those things that show up as delays can save your life. I shared a story yesterday. It saved my life. Had I been had I been rushing, had I been able to get around those cars like I wanted to get, I was headed to work. I was 21 years old. I'm rushing to get to the school because I'm teaching at a high school then. Just fresh out of college, just graduated. So I'm a little impetuous. I'm young. I'm 21. Give me a break. And I wanted to go. I wanted to hurry up and get there. Because I wanted to hurry up and get there, traffic was moving slow. And there were people that were weaving in and around me and had me pinned in, and I could not get around. A few minutes later, just as I shared yesterday, a few minutes later, I get up the road, there's an accident. And the people are swerving and getting out of the way because of the accident. Had I not been stopped, had I not been blocked in, I might have been in that accident. And so what that lesson taught me something major that I've carried with me all my life. One, that I believe my steps are ordered. Two, I believe that I'm protected. And three, just because things don't go the way you want them to go, doesn't mean that's not the way it was supposed to go. That delay saved my life. That delay saved my life. And so sometimes when you are frustrated because you took a turn or things didn't go the way you wanted to, mapped out, sunshine, got everything mapped out because, your life didn't turn out exactly the way you wanted it to turn out, Fabulous, right? It didn't happen exactly as you saw it, Amy. Didn't happen right then in that moment. It might have been the universe saving your life. Anybody ever faced a situation that initially they were upset and mad that a delay happened, but you later realized that it saved your life? That it saved you from great heartache, turmoil, major loss? You wonder why, like I had some investments that I was gonna make, and I was trying to draw some money down out of an account. And it was taking forever for the money to draw out of the account, and I had a deadline. And there was some technical difficulties. Some papers got lost, and it got mixed up, and it threw my timeline off. And just so happened that it was a scam, but a good one, a very good one. But had the money come when I wanted it to come, I would have lost. But because things didn't go the way I wanted it to, it saved me. And so you have to realize and recognize that sometimes in life that twists and turns are going to happen. Twists and turns are going to happen, right? Twists and turns are going to happen. Come on. There we go. Thank you, Wallace. Thank you, Willis. Twists and turns are going to happen, and you have to accept them. And sometimes you might want to be thankful for them because they saved your life. All right, here we go. If y'all are ready, we're getting ready to go ahead and kick into part 6. If y'all are ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. Put 6 in the chat. Good, 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 good. Excellent. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Come on, come on, come on. Thank you, everybody. Excellent, excellent. We're moving in the right direction. Excellent, excellent. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we're almost at the top of the hour. The emotional discipline of staying soft. The emotional discipline of staying soft. And this is where we left off on yesterday. So we've already done our recap. We're caught up. Commitment does not require rigidity. It requires devotion without desperation. It requires devotion without desperation. Look at those two words. It requires devotion without desperation. Commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do long after the mood you said it in is gone. Notice what I said. Commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do, right? Long after the mood. We're going to put mood right there in the center. After the mood you said it in is gone. Because what happens is most of us, and we learn this in sales, people make decisions emotionally and they justify them logically. So many of us, as we make commitments to ourselves, we make commitments out of an emotional state that we're in that moment. But the problem with making decisions in an emotional state, very seldom do emotions stay the same. Emotions will always, hey, Don, good to see you in here. Emotions will shift, emotions will change. And so the problem with making a commitment in a particular state of emotion, the moment the emotion shifts and changes, so does the commitment shift and change. So now, let's go back to my notes. Commitment does not require rigidity. It requires devotion without desperation. Now, devotion is your commitment. You're selling out to the moment in time. You're selling out here. You're selling out to your greatest life ever, right? That's devotion. That's commitment. That is your tie to the thing. That's your tied to your greatest self, your greatest life, your ties to your passionate purpose and the fulfillment of it. That's your devotion. You're devoted to it. To be devoted, but not out of desperation. Desperation denotes what? An emotional state. And so when you stay clear of desperation, because here's the tough part. Come here. A lot of people make decisions out of desperation. There are people who launch businesses out of desperation, not because they're passionate about it. They're desperate to attract wealth, abundance. They're desperate to experience prosperity. They're desperate to just make some money. And out of that desperation, they make decisions. They make a decision to launch a business or to start a hustle. And as they start a hustle or start a business and they make a commitment to themselves out of that, now you're good, Janae. But as you're making a commitment out of that desperation isn't always going to stay there. And so if your commitment to your growth, development, your journey is anchored in desperation, then at some point in time, that desperation is going to leave. And so what happens to your commitment when the desperation goes? So be mindful of that. That's why emotional discipline is so important. So staying soft in your approach, not rigid, is going to keep you on the process and on the journey longer, and it's going to ensure your success because you're not emotionally drawn all over the place. Because what is emotion? Emotion is energy in motion. What is emotion? Emotion is energy in motion. And as that energy is moving, it is constantly going somewhere. It's constantly moving somewhere. It's constantly moving. It's constantly changing. So desperation is going to change too. And if you anchor anything in a state of emotion that's unregulated, you're going to find yourself vacillating on your commitment. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, everybody put yes in the chat. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. Excellent. Excellent, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. We're right at the top of the hour. Man, you guys are tapping away. We're already at 60,000 K. We're already at 60K. Excellent. Thank you so much, Don, for that. Because listen, I teach much better when I see those kinds of gifts up in there. Thank you so much for that heart. I truly appreciate it. We're already at 60,000 likes. Y'all are cranking this thing out. We have our goal of hitting 100,000 likes. So we're going to blow that out of the water because we're right on track for that. Thank you. And so listen, this is a perfect time. This is if this resonates with you at any level, you guys, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. All right. If this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. And I want to invite you that there are three ways of engagement. There are three levels of engagement when you connect with us here. The first level is just right here. You come to this live as often as you can. Yes. Thank you, Jabs. So come to this live. We're here every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. And so this live, as I've shared with you, is designed to be impactful and empowering. And so we're going to always have a topic every single day that's designed to help you to become the better version of yourself. And so that's the first thing. The second level of engagement is the Oasis. That's right. We have the Oasis. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. And so if you want to be a part of that, inside of the Oasis, thank you, Amy, for that popular. Inside of the Oasis, we have our Monday morning meditation. That's a live actual event that we do to get into in the Oasis. The other things, we have guided meditations that are pre-recorded. We have hypnosis sessions that thank you, Derek. We have guided hypnosis. We have pre-recorded hypnosis sessions inside of there. We also have a woman's safe space. And Janae, one of our moderators over here on YouTube, Janae is our moderator inside of a woman's safe space. It's absolutely powerful, and I mean she's constantly putting content in there, empowering the women to, y'all have y'all ladies talk, and see, it'll just be transparent with y'all for a second. Sometimes women go through things and y'all don't talk about it. Y'all keep it to yourselves, and I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it with my significant other. I witnessed it with family members. I witnessed it with the women in my family. Y'all will be going through some stuff, but won't talk about it. You'll be going through menopausal stuff and won't get the answers from your friends because, oh no, I'm not going through menopause, and all the while you on fire, you burning up, you having a hot flash. Did I see Mimi come up in here? Glad to have you in here, Mimi. I see you. And so the Women's Safe Space, she's talking about all kinds of things, curating wonderful conversations to empower women where they are. So I'm so glad that we have Janae, and we thank her for, doing what she does in there. And so we have so much in there. So if you want to become a part of the Oasis, it's really, really easy. All you have to do is click on that picture of that good looking guy right there. And then once you click on that picture, and once you get on that picture, you can simply just become a super fan here on TikTok. And as you become a super fan, you automatically get invited by TikTok into our channel on Discord. And then the other way is that you say, hey, AD, I'm having some technical difficulties, or I'm having some financial difficulties, and I need some help getting into Discord. It's so easy. All you have to do is just kind of reach out to one of our moderators, and they'll help you. They'll help you whether you reach out to Fine Wine, Mimi, Janae, or myself. It's easy, and so they'll make sure that you get into the Oasis. And the third, did I see Antoine coming up in here? Wow, come on up in here, bro. Good to see you, bad boy number one. We are, and the very top of the engagement ladder is, if you want to, is being a part of the Oasis Mind Spa. So we have coming here live, then we have connecting with us in the Oasis, our channel on Discord, and then we have the Oasis Mind Spa. If you want to be a part of the Oasis Mind Spa, that means you've either worked with me one-on-one, or you've been a part of one of our virtual hypnosis experiences. And guess what? We got another one lined up for February. Thank you so much for grabbing that daily heart, me, Nikki. I appreciate you. And so we have, and so go ahead and get your pens out, get your pens out, get your calendars out. Here we go. Get your calendars out. And as you do that, if anybody wants to work with me one-on-one, and let me preface this, you're ready to go. Because what happens, I try to touch everything myself. And I don't, in this season, I don't necessarily want to have a big team where, people, y'all have to go through all of these hurdles to get to me. No, right now I'm doing everything. And so I'm about to put something up there. If you want to work with me and you're serious about working with me, now, if you're not serious and if you're not ready to go right now, don't fill this out. But I'm about to put this up here as y'all are pulling your calendars out. I am going to pin this notice up here. If you want to work with me, go ahead and fill this form out right here on TikTok. If you fill this out, I'm going to, and I'm going to ask you. So yeah, serious inquiries only, please. You can go all the way through. If you would just fill this out and then come back a little bit later, you can actually do the entire, there's an intake questionnaire. So listen, when you fill this out, I'm going to reach out to you and to make sure that you complete your questionnaire. And once you complete that questionnaire, we get you squared away. All right. So excellent. The other thing is you got your calendar out. Everybody got your calendars out. February the 25th, I am hosting a virtual hypnosis experience. That's right. February, that is Wednesday. Write this down. That is Wednesday, February the 25th. I am hosting a virtual hypnosis experience, and it is going to be a powerful one. Who is it for? This hypnosis experience is for people who are looking to do better, to be better. And if you're saying, you know what, AD, I've been kind of looking around, and I see you doing the hypnosis thing, and I see people actually doing really well. I think I want to try it. And so the virtual hypnosis experience, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a life-changing event. And so this month's theme, what is this month's theme? This month's theme is called Limitless. Limitless. Living a life beyond fear, doubt, and scarcity. That's right. Does that sound like a good topic this month? Does that sound like a good theme for this month's virtual hypnosis experience? Limitless, limitless. That's right. Limitless, limitless. This one is going to be packed out. I'm going to tell y'all right now. So if you're ready to become limitless, if you're ready to step into everything that you've ever seen for yourself, and so again, it's entitled Limitless, living a life beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond scarcity. So you want to go ahead and do the registration right now. Follow the instructions. Go ahead and do that registration. To register is normally $95 to do the registration, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you for $49. Yes, I am. I'm going to give it to you for $49. So go ahead and this is a great time to do it. Put it in your calendars. Put it in your calendars. And in order to get that discount, it's OMS 49. Just put OMS 49 in the discount section. OMS 49. Yes, and it's so y'all don't want to miss it. So again, February, Wednesday night, February the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be life changing. And again, the theme for this month. The theme for this month's virtual hypnosis experience is limitless, limitless. And so if you want to be limitless, if you want to have that power, you want your subconscious mind to be upgraded to that limitless place, you don't want to miss it. So thank y'all so much. The next thing, and we're getting ready to kick our topic. Listen, we're still tapping away. Y'all are doing the same. Let me put this up here really, really quickly. If any part of what we talked about today resonated with you at any powerful or meaningful level, I am going to put this right here. I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code. Cracking the Abundance Code. It is a deep dive in you understanding what has been holding you back. You're doing the work. You're doing all of the right things. I know you are. Y'all are doing your meditations. Y'all got your vision boards. You got all of that. I know you do. You got all of those things. But for some reason, that abundance hasn't shown up yet. You're on the journey, but you got some twists and turns happening. And a lot of times, here's the thing, a lot of times what's happening is that people, you're doing the right things, but you are a vibrational mismatch for the abundance that you want to experience in your life. And so me working, as a clinically certified hypnotherapist, me working with my C-suite executives and people, I work with people that are trying to scale their abundance and scale their resources. So this right here helps them to realize what the limiting beliefs that they're holding on to. Usually, the abundance that you're missing out on, it's looking for you too. It really is looking for you. But the problem is that there's some limiting beliefs that you're holding on. Anybody find themselves procrastinating from time to time? Anybody find themselves self-sabotaging? And so one of the things that I want y'all to understand that anytime I share something with you, it is designed to impact your life in a positive way. It's designed to either increase your abundance, it's designed to heal you, it's designed for you to experience all of the happiness and joy that you could possibly imagine. This cracking the abundance code is your pathway to shifting what you've been holding on to that's causing you to have these limiting beliefs. And so these limiting beliefs, we get rid of those limiting beliefs and it causes you to quantum leap into your wealthy identity. It is a powerful piece. And guess what? The very first chapter is on what? Limiting beliefs. That's what we're talking about. So you can recognize them. And as you recognize them, you can move into a whole new space and you can let them go. The second thing, this in the second chapter right here is on, we're almost there, is on quantum leap into your wealthy identity. Now, watch this. I'm gonna read a little quick excerpt and then we'll keep going. Quantum leaping is not about gradual change or incremental progress. It is about making a dramatic, energetic shift that allows you to bypass the traditional steps and obstacles. This is some of the stuff that y'all are wrestling with right now. This is what we've been talking about. So how do we bypass all of the drama and all of the stuff? Because the universe doesn't give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. Always remember that. So watch this now. So it allows you to bypass the traditional steps and obstacles that might otherwise stand in your way by embodying the thoughts, energy, and action of your wealthy identity. You begin to think, feel, and behave as if your goals have already been accomplished. This alignment creates a powerful magnetic force within your electromagnetic field. It does. And as it does that, it begins to draw opportunities, people, circumstances needed to actualize your vision much quicker. So that's a part of it. So you want to grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. And then the last thing I'm going to share with you is right in the very beginning of it. I have a 21-day Cracking the Abundance Code roadmap. And that roadmap is going to help you day by day. It's like having a coach with you every day. And I'm showing you step by step, moment by moment, what you need to be doing in order to shift and make that change. So when you grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, I'm going to sign that bad boy. I'm going to personalize. I'm going to put your name in it. And as I put your name in it, I'm also going to add a little gift in there. And once I add that gift, I'm going to ship that bad boy out to you and you'll get it really, really quickly. If you look at how fast we get these things out. So we've sold quite a number of them and they've really, really been changing the lives of so many people. And so, so again, this is a book that I authored, Cracking the Abundance Code. Thank you, Larry. So you definitely want to grab this copy and we'll ship it out to you immediately. Where my meditation people at? Come on. Where my meditation people at? Where are my meditation people at? Show me if you're the meditator, go ahead and put that bad boy up there. Say me. All right, I see you, Mimi. And so let me help you with that. Meditation saved my life. I'm gonna tell you right now, it absolutely saved my life. And as I said, anything that I share with you is designed to help you become the better version of yourself or to attract wealth a lot faster or whatever it is. So per the request of one of my good friends that's also a medical doctor and a client of mine, she was like, AD, why don't you get us some candles some meditation candles that we can use? And those meditation candles, we developed them and it's called Bliss. And these meditation candles this one, it has a theme of abundance on them. All right. And so watch this. Each one of these candles is 100% natural soy and 100% natural soy base with a cotton wick. They all have been infused with essential oils that are in alignment with the intention. So these candles are not just meditation candles, they are literally manifestation candles. And so these manifestation candles are truly powerful because this one is for abundance, and it has lemongrass and bergamot. That's right. It has bergamot, lemongrass, and it has what is the doggone oil? I'm having a brain moment. I'm having it's lodestone. It's still lodestone. So the lodestone in and of itself is a magnet. And that magnet is it just what it is. And so we have that oil, and it helps to draw and attract the abundance to you. And it absolutely smells amazing. So this is the first one in the Triple Bliss set. You don't want to miss any one of these because each one of these candles, it has its own individual intention. The second candle in the Triple Bliss set is the Heal candle. It's one of my favorites. It smells amazing too because the essential oil of it is rose. And the essential oil, if you know anything about aromatherapy, it is designed. It's one of the highest vibrational frequencies when it comes to the healing of the physical body, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And so it's infused with essential rose oil, and it has the actual roses in it, and it smells utterly delicious. So if you're looking to attract some healing into your life, if you're getting past some not so great seasons, this is a great candle to have in that collection. And last but not least, and then we're going to jump right back into our conversation. The last but not least is our happy candle. You can't attract wealth and abundance and you're not happy. So this one is infused with the essential oil of lemon verbena. It is a powerful, powerful magnet for happiness, joy. It is an internal job. It's an inside job, and it smells so good. It's like those when you go to those 5-star resorts, you go to those spas. That's the one. So each one of those candles, we have the abundance candle, you have the heal candle, and you have the happy candle. Each one of those, and I'm going to tell you, for these type candles, these are not candles for you to just like burn because we wanted to smell nice. And no, 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 no. These intention candles are for work. And so if you know what it is, you can't get one of these type candles for that particular price, but you get all three in the set. So go ahead and order that, and we'll have those shipped out to you today. So we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and unpin this, if you will. I'm going to unpin these, and I am going to remove them from the live, and we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Boom. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And so we're still in part 6. So commitment does not require rigidity. It requires devotion, not desperation. Softness keeps the nervous system open to creativity and intuition. And so as you are open, what do I keep telling you about your nervous system and how vital it is for you to feel good and to feel safe? Because when you feel comfortable, when you feel safe, then you can receive. You will never be able to receive unless you are open to receiving the thing. Because when you don't feel safe, you don't trust. When you don't trust, you don't allow. You don't allow people in your space. You don't allow circumstances to manifest in your space. You don't allow things to happen because you don't trust. Thank you, Mimi, for those finger hearts. So again, when you don't feel safe, you don't trust. When you don't trust, you don't allow. When you don't allow, you're not open. When you're not open, you can't receive. Your hands are closed. So this whole conversation, so right now, I want you to realize that your nervous system feeling safe is paramount. Your nervous system feeling safe is absolutely paramount. So this softness that I'm talking about when it comes to your emotional discipline along the journey, stay safe, stay soft. That softness keeps the nervous system open to creativity. It's allowing life to flow through you easily and effortlessly. Hardness blocks. So closing off, hardness blocks guidance and amplifies frustration. When you're hard, when you're I have to have it this way, I have to have it this way, I have to have it this way, and I have to go down here 5 steps and I have to take 6 steps when I turn to the right, then I have to turn to the left, and this is how I want it. Once I get there, I want it this way. The universe may see some things from a higher vantage point and says, no, Mimi, that's not the right way to go. That's not going to be the best way, because the law of least effort is going to see, the law of least effort works both ways. Not only are you using it, but the universe uses it. It's going to use the path of least resistance. So if you're open and soft, the universe can work with you. Who likes to work with somebody that's tough and rigid? Anybody in here like to work? Do you want to work with somebody tough and rigid? No, that's a real question. Do you want to work with somebody that is not flexible? They're tough, they're hard, they're rigid. Everything is boom, 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 boom. It's almost like being in the military. Do you want that? No, you don't want it. So what makes you, if you don't want it, what makes you think the universe wants to work with you? That's going against the law of least effort. So not only does the law of least effort work on your behalf, the law of least effort is a part of what the universe uses to do what it does, to create. And so it's going to take the path of least resistance. So if you are hard and rigid, if you're hard and rigid and your plan is hard and rigid, it's going to cause delays. It's hard for the universe. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, thank you, Willis. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. You can see how many of you have been, delaying your own coming, your own blossoming. You've delayed it because you had to have it this way. You had to have it in this timeline. It had to show up with a blue dress on and some eyelashes and some long weave in. It had to show up that way. And if she don't show up that way, I don't want it. Next thing you miss your whole blessing because she showed up in a package that you didn't think was attractive. You missed out a whole opportunity. You missed out on the greatest blessing that you could have ever had because you were so rigid in your approach. The universe can't even work with you. So that's why it's super important to realize that hardness blocks guidance and it amplifies stress. So just as you don't want to work with them, the universe don't want to work with them either. And if that's you, the universe is trying to grow you. It's trying to help you. All right. Joy is not a reward at the end of the journey. Now watch this. This is big. This is big. Write this down. Joy is not the end goal. Joy is not a reward at the end of the journey. In actuality, joy is the fuel of the journey. Joy is the fuel of the journey. It is the fuel. Because as you're happy, who wants to work with a miserable person? Let's look at it from the universe's perspective again. Does anybody in here want to work with a miserable, complaining, every time you turn around, they got something negative to say? Every time you call them, they never happy. They're never happy. They're always going through something. They just pessimistic. They always got some. You don't want to work with them. So what make the universe want to, what you think the universe want to work with you? No, it's not going to work with you like that. It's not. So, at the end of the day, joy is the fuel of your destiny. Right, you don't have time for that energy. And so, watch this. Look what you just did, Tamara. Watch this, Tamara. Tamara says, no, I don't have time for the energy drainage. The law of least effort is going to show that there has to be a certain level of efficiency when it comes to the manifestation of the thing that the universe is working out. And if you are the vessel of a creation, watch this now, come on here, watch this. If you are the vessel for that which the universe is trying to coordinate and to create, but you're hard to work with, you're always pessimistic and always negative, the universe is not going to choose you because of the law of least effort. it's going to find another person that is a happy vessel that can get, because the universe loves speed. The universe loves speed too. So speed and efficiency, ease and effort. And see, all of us love, who doesn't love speed? Who doesn't love happiness? Who doesn't love joy? You love it, don't you? You love happiness, you love joy, you love peace. So allow joy, the joy that's within you, to become the fuel that propels you forward into that destiny that you have seen for yourself. So as you're on the journey, you don't have to worry about it. Here it is. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all, if y'all are ready for part 7, I'm about to blow your mind. If you're ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you're ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Fabulous. Thank you, Jabs. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Monique. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Excellent. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Here we go. Abundance responds to identity. You know I had to tie the abundance thing up in there. Oh, I had to do it. I had to do it. Abundance responds to identity, not just intention. Because what do I always say? The universe doesn't give to us what we ask for. It doesn't give to us based upon how we beg and plead and lay on the ground, and it don't respond to that. It gives to you and it gives to me based upon how we see ourselves. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what feels familiar to your subconscious identity. The journey reshapes identity so abundance can feel safe instead of threatening. Watch this. Your journey is really trying to help and shape. Your journey is really trying to shape you. Your journey is trying to help you build capacity so that you can begin to, manifest and experience the thing that you said you want to experience. Joy is not the end. That's right. Joy is not the end. It's the fuel. The journey reshapes identity so abundance can feel safe instead of threatening. Without inner expansion, outer abundance creates anxiety instead of freedom. Like that's why somebody that one of our famous rappers back in the 90s said, "More money, more problems. More money, more problems. Lies you tell." But to some people, that's how they see it. They literally see that the more money that you have, the more problems that you'll attract into your space. The devil is a lie. Listen, as my father used to say, when they say money can't buy happiness, my dad used to say, "You show me a man that says money can't buy happiness, and I'll show you a man that don't know where to shop." That's exactly what he used to say. And so that inner expansion that you have to have, that inner expansion, outer abundance creates anxiety instead of freedom. So sudden success, watch this, it happens all of the time. Sudden success, if you were to attract abundance real quick out of nowhere, abundance, success without inner readiness often leads to self-sabotage, guilt, or isolation. Hey, Rosemary, good to see you. That's what happens. Without inner expansion, outer abundance creates anxiety instead of freedom. Sudden success without inner readiness often leads to self-sabotage, guilt, or isolation. Who are you becoming while you're waiting for what you desire? Who are you becoming while you're waiting for your desires to be made manifest? The Bhagavad Gita, it reminds us that action without attachment to outcome, a principle that keeps energy clean and manifestation steady. Let's keep moving. If y'all are ready for part 8, put 8 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Man, we cranking up today, boy. We doing the thing. We almost up out of here. We might get up out of here early today. Oh, early? Y'all, Yeah, what? And we are ready to hit that 100K. Oh, we already doing the thing. Look at us, look at us, look at us, look at us. Sometimes we have to laugh, and I always put this part in my talks, is that laughter is a part of the process. If you don't laugh at yourself, if you don't laugh at your journey, if you don't laugh at when you run into those obstacles, you doing yourself a mad disservice. Look at Amy on Tuesday early. What we just doing? We doing real good. Look at this. That's right, Tamara. Always find something to laugh about. Taking the journey seriously does not mean taking yourself harshly. Doesn't mean that. Laughter releases cortisol because that's a part of the process. Laughter, laughter releases cortisol. It allows cortisol levels to be reduced. It reduces those cortisol levels. And it reminds the subconscious that growth does not equal danger. It lowers those cortisol levels. Joy shortens timelines. Because, listen, there's nothing like time passing by when you're having fun. How many times we said that? There's nothing like time flying by when you're having fun. Man, time flies so fast when you sitting up there and enjoying yourself, and next thing you look up, guy, you say, what kind of dog? What happened? Glad to have you in here. Glad to have you in here, Shells. Janet Jackson said that. Blue Diamond says, I'm struggling and I needed to hear this. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, this is you in the right place today. And hopefully you'll come back, Blue. And if as we're in here, if we have any more newbies in here, let us know that you're a newbie so that we can love on you. Laughter, it lets go of that cortisol stuff. Joy shortened timelines more efficiently and effectively than stress ever could. Even the most disciplined spiritual paths remind us to walk lightly. Hey, Luminary, good to see you up in here. Y'all love on Luminary for me, please. Luminary is a newbie. Oh, we love our newbies. If we got any other newbies in here, let us know that you're a newbie by simply putting newbie in the chat. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. So glad to have you. If you're ready for part 9, put 9 in the chat. Put 9 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Put 9 in the chat. Oh, we almost up out of here early. Look at this in here. Boy, look at here. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I might open it up. If we we wrap up early, I may open it up to answer some questions. All right. Lady Trucker, good to have you on up in here. Y'all love on Lady Trucker up in here. Y'all love on her a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stop worrying about how many sections it is, Mimi. You just worry about moderating. You want to know how many sections we got. Don't worry about all of that. We got 20. Now, look at that. Trusting that worth it bigger than you originally imagined. Trusting that worth it is bigger than you can imagine. Our topic today is hang in there. Though the journey may be tough, it may be long, it may be arduous, it will be worth it. What makes the journey worth it? What makes the journey worth it is not only the destination. Thank you, all things. I truly appreciate it. It's not only the destination, but who we become along the way. Who it is that we become along the way, because we're evolving, we're transforming. And then so part of this, what makes this journey so valuable and so powerful, even though it may have its ups, its downs, its twists and its turns, I want you to realize that the twists and turns and the resistance that you face is absolutely necessary for your transformation. If you get that, put yes in the chat. If you understand that even though the road may be tough, The road may be uphill, it may be stressful, it may be filled with all kinds of doubts, worry, anxiety, all of that stuff, but it is for your good. It is for that expansion because the universe sees that you might not have the capacity, you have the desire. And remember, the desire for the thing, the desire for you to become wealthy, the desire for you to become healthy, the desire for you to do all of the things that you want to do, the desire is just the invitation. It's just the invitation. But at the end of the day, the journey itself is causing you to transform and to become a person that is so magical and so powerful because that which you experienced along the journey, this tough, long, arduous journey, has increased your capacity. It has increased your capacity in such a way that you've never experienced this type of shift and change before. But right now, in this moment, whatever you're going through on your journey, it's absolutely necessary. Wherever you have been, it is absolutely necessary. So again, the version of you that arrives is wiser. The version of you is calmer. It's more spacious than any version of you who started out. You are not the same. Anybody willing to recognize that you are not the same person you were 2 years ago? Anybody big enough? Thank you, Shells. Thank you for sharing it out. You're not the same person. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Tamara. You're not the same person. Thank you, Willis. I see you. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow. Yes, Sunshine. You're not the same person. And to a great degree, you're much better than you were. You're so much better. You're so much better. You're so much better. You're so much better. You're in such a better space inwardly. You're doing the work to heal. You're recognizing, your shortcomings. You're celebrating your wins. You're becoming a better person day by day in every way. Mimi says way better than 2 years. Monique says, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Amy. True that. All for sure. The twists and turns were never detours. They were initiations. You're worthy. It wasn't about your worth. You were always worthy. You just weren't ready. But now you're in the process of becoming ready. Your capacity has been expanded. Looking back, many of you may realize that they would not trade the struggle because it forged discernment. You could now you're wise beyond recognition. You probably have heard family members and friends say, you know what, you're real different now. It's kind of nice talking to you. Now you're different. Anybody experience that somebody outside recognize that you're different? Glowing. There you go. I like that. Mimi says, I'm softer now. Come on. There it is. You're different now. And it was the journey that forged that difference in you. You're more compassionate. You have more confidence. Your cousin told you that you were glowing. Everyone. That's the beautiful part of it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. If your future self could speak to you now, what reassurance would they offer about this season? You can see a lot clearer now. There you go. Come on, Tamara. The dialogue, how you talk to yourself is a little different. How you see yourself is different. Yes, you got this. Hey, Infinity Butterfly, I see you up in here. Welcome in, welcome in. The Odu teaches that endurance paired with alignment births prosperity that lasts. The journey may be long, it may be tough, it may be even random at times, but it's yours. Your legacy receives now. This is the greatest season. Right now, this is the greatest season of your life. It really, really is the greatest season of your life because you are becoming the best version of yourself. What are they saying, Janae? It's all going to be okay. Be gentle with yourself. That's a great reminder. Be gentle. I'm glad you felt that, Tamara. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Embrace the journey. Embrace the process. And like one of my y'all, and I'm gonna end. I'm gonna end today's talk with one of my favorite poems. I'm gonna find it real quick. I should just keep a copy of it. I don't even know why. I just don't. I just jiving around. But let me pull it up real quick. And y'all are familiar with it. It's who's heard the don't quit poem? Anybody familiar with that don't quit poem? Anybody familiar with that one? Me, yeah. Yeah, fine wine, Amy, Monique. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's been a part of my life for years, and I'm gonna read it for you now. If you've never heard it before, here it is. I'm gonna put it. I think I put it in the Oasis too, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read it to you as we begin to wrap up today. And again, it's entitled "Don't Quit." When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell just how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem their worst that you must not quit. You must not quit. Do the thing and you shall have power. Do the thing and you shall have power. Do the thing and you shall have power. Stay on the journey. Stay on the path. Listen, you have the ability to shape yourself in the greatest way ever. So listen, did this resonate with y'all today? Did this resonate? Did this do a little something for you? Did that work? Did it work today? Listen, if that worked, if that worked, let me know that it worked for you. Good. Thank you. And so we're getting ready to go ahead and we're gonna start our celebration. We're gonna get up out of here a few minutes early today. Listen, thank y'all so much. I truly appreciate it. We're gonna keep going. So don't go anywhere. We're getting ready to go ahead and kick off our thank you, Luminary. I'm so glad to have you up here. Thank you, glad to have all our newbies up in here. Thank you, Janae. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Sean. I'm pretty sure Sean is somewhere off in here. Thank you so much. I was sitting on your front porch today. Fabulous. I was sitting on your front porch. So listen, so thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and kick our after party off right here on TikTok. We're gonna go ahead and release our YouTube family because they don't like us partying like we do. We get copyright little nicks, and we ain't trying to do that. So listen, thank y'all so much, YouTube family. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. That's right. We will be back tomorrow at 12 noon. That's right. So don't miss it. Don't be late. We're going to have a whole nother topic, and it's going to be a powerful one. We're going to start talking about some limitless stuff. That's right. We're gonna start talking about some limitless stuff. So you don't want to miss tomorrow. So thank you so much, our YouTube family. We're gonna go ahead and let you go. Our TikTok family, don't you go anywhere because we better kick this party off. Love you guys so much. We're gonna see you our YouTube family tomorrow. Much love.